Hello scholars, welcome back to e-learning. Welcome to third term and welcome to second week of the third term. How you doing? Hope you're doing great. Beautiful. Today we are studying social studies. What did I say the subject is? I said social studies. And what is the topic? The topic is drugs. What did I say the topic is? Drugs. You know, last week under social studies, we equally studied drugs. There we defined drugs and we listed names of types of drugs, okay, types of medication. Here we listed them. Today the what we are studying under drugs is categories of drugs. What did I say? I said categories of drugs. Here, number one on the board on the categories: legal drugs. Legal drugs. Number two is illegal drugs. Number two is illegal drugs. And number three is socially acceptable drugs. What is number three? Number three is socially acceptable drugs. That makes it three. So we have three categories of drugs. We have what? Three categories of drugs. Legal are things accepted by law. All right? Accepted by law. While illegal are things not accepted by law. Do you get that? That's what makes the difference here. You know, we have legal and illegal, right? And we have socially accepted drugs. Good. Legal drugs. These are drugs. These drugs are prescribed to a patient by a qualified medical doctor. By a qualified medical doctor. When you are not feeling fine, mommy and daddy, they take you to hospital, right? That hospital is the right place to take you to, okay? Than taking you to any quack doctor, than taking you to any quack medical place. They normally take you to hospital, all right? To consult doctor, to run tests, to know the kind of medication, the right medication to be given to you by the doctor. Right? Good. That is the right way. When you're not feeling fine, mommy and daddy are supposed to take you to the hospital, all right, to consult a doctor that will run tests on you to know what is wrong before administering any medication. All right? That is legal drugs. That drugs that doctor will be giving to you are legal. They are accepted by law to be given. Do you get that? Beautiful. What did I say? Legal drugs are. These drugs are prescribed to a patient by a qualified medical doctor for the wellness of the body. And illegal drugs, these are drugs that people are not allowed to use by the law. Did you get that? Illegal drugs. These are drugs that people are not allowed to be used by law. If they catch you taking those drugs that they say is illegal, they might jail you. All right? You might be jailed. So always consult your doctor before taking any medication to avoid you being jailed or abusing drugs. All right? Good. Socially acceptable drugs. These are drugs that are not often prescribed by health workers, but people make use of them in our community. Socially acceptable drugs. I'm going to give you an example. Socially, we have accepted paracetamol to be a painkiller. Okay? Paracetamol or Panadol to be a painkiller. So when you're having pains or when your head is aching you, the first thing your mommy or your daddy or aunt or uncle administers to you is painkiller without even consulting doctor. We all know that painkiller will reduce whatsoever that is wrong with you at that moment. Okay, so that is what makes it socially acceptable. We have accepted it. All right, good. Socially acceptable drugs, these are drugs that are not often prescribed by health workers, but people make use of them in our community. So I'm going to run through the lesson for the last time. The subject is social studies, and the topic is drugs. Under these drugs, what we are learning is 3 categories of drugs. Number 1 is legal drugs, number 2 is illegal drugs, and number 3 is socially acceptable drugs. These are your homeworks. Explain what legal drugs are. What are illegal drugs? Thank you, and see you in the next class.